Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chrisley knows best. JW dropping. Savannah Chrisley stuns in a red dress at an event. When it comes to fashion, Savannah Chrisley is the most stylish member of the Chrisley family. That's not just our opinion. Even fans admit it. Time and again, she proves that no one understands fashion as she does. Recently, she left everyone in awe when she wore a beautiful red dress to an event. Previously, everyone was shocked when Todd revealed that he wanted his daughter to choose an arranged marriage over love. He further said that she should allow him and her mother to choose the right guy for her. Continue reading to find out what fans are saying about Savannah's stunning red gown look. Chrisley knows best. Todd urges Savannah to consider an arranged marriage. Chrisley knows best star Todd wants his daughter, Savannah, to get married the traditional way. Recently, Savannah shared a clip from their podcast in which he questioned her about her plans for marriage. She answered that at some point she would want to get married. "Do you think it will be before I draw Social Security?" he asked. His daughter simply replied that she did not yet know. Todd said that if she waits that long to get married, she might even end up living with someone who will be on Social Security. Savannah, on the other hand, could not stop laughing. He explained that he does not want his grandchildren raised by an old fart. When Savannah added that whatever happens will happen, he disagreed. Todd told Savannah that she should let him and her mother choose a partner for her. Her father also added that back in the day, he could have gotten her married with the promise of 2 mules and a wagon. Chrisley knows best. Savannah looks gorgeous in red at an event. Savannah Chrisley knows precisely what to wear and what to avoid. When it comes to fashion, she truly is a master. Recently, fans' jaws dropped when she posted a photo of her look from a recent event. She wore a long red gown with a V-neck and a cinched waist. She tied her blonde hair in a neat, low bun with a few face-framing strands left loose in the front. Her nude base and subtle eye makeup complemented the whole look. She wore a cross pendant and pearl drop earrings, and completed her outfit with a small maroon handbag. "Mar-a-Lago nights, purpose-filled days," she wrote in the caption. She also added that it was an honor to fight for America's future and protect the voices of everyday Americans with the America First Policy Institute. "Forever thankful for the amazing friends I've met along the way," she wrote, as she posed with Lara Trump, an American political figure, in the second slide. In a third picture, she posed with Lynn Patton, a senior advisor to former President Donald Trump. She concluded her caption by saying that these friends are a true blessing to her, as they have changed her life in ways she will never forget. Fans could not stop gushing over her look. One user commented, "Lady IN MAGA red. Let's go." Her friend Morgan Nicole commented, "The outfit. You are perfection." Someone else called the look iconic. Another fan added that red is her color, and she looked gorgeous as always. It appears that red is indeed her color. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for more Chrisley Knows Best updates. The flash of cameras was already bright enough to make half the guests squint, but nothing, and absolutely nothing, outshone the moment Savannah Chrisley stepped onto the crimson carpet outside the Atlanta Charity Gala. The event had been hyped for weeks, but no one expected this kind of entrance. Savannah didn't just arrive, she commanded the scene in a red dress so striking, so impossibly sculpted to her figure, that even the photographers frozen mid-click seemed unsure if they were dreaming. The gown was a bold, deep red, somewhere between a ruby and a perfectly ripe cherry. It hugged her curves with a confidence Savannah hadn't always been able to channel, especially after such a challenging couple of years. But tonight, she radiated a power that could only come from a woman who had learned to survive the fire and walk out in stilettos. As she stepped toward the entrance, the murmurs started. "Is that Savannah Chrisley? Oh my God, she looks unbelievable. That dress, who designed it?" But Savannah wasn't listening. She had bigger things on her mind. She straightened her posture, her blonde curls cascading over one shoulder as she smiled at the camera flashes. Inside, she felt a spark, an electric reminder that life had tried to knock her down, but she'd stitched herself back together, stronger, brighter, and yes, wearing red. Just behind her lingered Chase, watching like a hawk with the kind of big brother skepticism he wore like cologne. "Save, this dress is insane," he muttered, adjusting his tie. "Dad would have had a stroke." Savannah grinned without missing a beat. "Good thing he's not here to critique it. Besides, I'm allowed to look hot." "Oh, you don't just look hot," Chase added. "You look like you're about to make every man in this building rethink his life choices." "Perfect," Savannah said sweetly. "That's the goal." Inside the venue, the vibe shifted from glam to glamorously chaotic. Influencers brushed against politicians and business moguls mingled with reality stars. And suddenly, Savannah became the gravitational center of the room. Heads turned. Conversations paused. A waiter nearly dropped an entire tray of champagne flutes when she walked past. She wasn't oblivious, she saw it all. And for the first time in a long time, she didn't shrink. She took up her space. As she entered the ballroom, a reporter rushed toward her, mic in hand. "Savannah! Savannah! Over here!" he called eagerly. "Can we get a quick quote? You're the talk of the entire event tonight." Savannah laughed, tilting her head modestly. "Y'all act like you've never seen a girl in red before." "But this red?" the reporter said dramatically, waving an arm toward her gown. "This is a moment." Savannah pressed a hand dramatically to her chest. "Well, if I gave you a moment, then my job here is done." The reporter looked delighted. Chase looked like he wanted to peel her off the stage and wrap her in a trench coat. And somewhere in the crowd, someone else was watching with an even deeper intensity, Todd Chrisley. From a video screen. The charity had included a virtual message from Todd and Julie, pre-recorded as part of the night's program. And when the screen lit up and Todd appeared, the entire room paused. Savannah's heart skipped. She hadn't known they were opening the event like this. Todd, always polished, looked straight into the camera. "We're so grateful for everyone supporting such an important cause tonight," he said warmly. "And to my daughter Savannah, who I know is somewhere in that room looking drop-dead gorgeous.
The crowd laughed.
Behave yourself." Savannah's cheeks burned, but she lifted her glass toward the screen. "I am behaving," she whispered under her breath. "Mostly." Julie appeared next. "We love you, sweetheart," she said, her smile soft, her eyes shining. "And I hope you're not letting Chase pick out your outfits." Savannah let out a tiny laugh, a mix of joy and ache. Hearing her parents' voices in a setting like this was bittersweet, but tonight wasn't about sadness. Tonight was about showing up. And she did. After the video, the applause broke out across the ballroom, and Savannah felt hands on her arms. Congratulations, compliments, invitations to speak, to pose, to mingle. She obliged, her red dress floating behind her like a flame. At one point, she slipped out onto the balcony to catch a breath. Atlanta shimmered below her, city lights twinkling like they were rooting for her. She felt Chase approach before he spoke, his tone softening. "You okay?" he asked. Savannah nodded, staring out at the skyline. "Yeah, I think so. It's weird, walking into a room and having everyone stare like they expect something from me." Chase shrugged. "You're Savannah Chrisley. They're always gonna stare." She laughed. "Very humble of you. But it's true," he said sincerely. "You've been through hell and still come out looking like that. People admire it." Savannah leaned against the railing. "I just wanted tonight to feel normal. But also special." "Well," Chase said with a grin, "you nailed the special part. And normal? Save, we're Chrisleys. Normal is not an option." Savannah nudged him with her elbow, but she knew he was right. Normal wasn't their brand. Strength was. Resilience was. Turning a red dress into a statement piece about survival? That was. A few moments later, she walked back inside, fully ready to embrace the attention, the energy, the cameras. After all, she wasn't hiding from anything. Not her family's past, not her struggles, not her fears. If anything, she was stepping into the spotlight on purpose. As the night wound down, one of the event coordinators approached her. "You were the highlight of the evening," she said breathlessly. "People haven't stopped talking about your dress. Savannah, you didn't just make an entrance, you made a moment." Savannah smiled, her eyes glittering. "Sometimes a girl just needs a good dress and a good reason." "And what was your reason?" the woman asked curiously. Savannah lifted her chin, voice calm and confident. "To remind myself," she said, "that even after everything, I can still shine." And under the chandelier's glow, soft gold lighting touching the edges of her red gown, Savannah Chrisley did more than shine. She blazed.